show my Power of Self t-shirt. I think there's cucumber in my water. Tastes funny. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Daily Motivation. 365 days of consistency, doing the same things over and over and over again, and over and over and over again, until they become habit. And welcome to episode, oh man, I think I labeled this number wrong. I think we're on 124 actually. But 22, that was wrong. We're on episode 124. It's all good. So, hey, Jazz just texted me. All right, so it's okay. It happens that way, you know. I didn't do the best in math, even though I was an engineer. So I want to talk to everyone today about motivation and why motivation doesn't really work. And I know it sounds really funny coming from me, like, Rich, aren't you a motivational speaker? What do you mean motivation doesn't work? I don't understand. I actually changed from a motivational speaker, that's what was on my card, and I changed to inspirational speaker because I realized there was a big, giant, colossal size difference. Motivation is external. So motivation is like taking a shower. Yeah, it's good when you do it, and you should do it, and you should be a part of it, but it doesn't last. Like, you can't say, hey man, hey bro, you stink. Well, what do you mean? I took a shower yesterday. So if hey man, you're a little sluggish today. Well, I was motivated yesterday. So it doesn't really work. It's an external thing that has to happen on a daily basis. So for anything that's external, it will never push you to the drive to get you to where you want to be. It's an adrenaline boost. You ever watch those like Fast and the Furious? And they're driving the car and they hit the NOS button and they go chew. That's motivation. It's a quick NOS boost. It'll tune you fast. But then after a while that NOS, nitrogen, stops. And then you slow back down again. And then that's most people that can't go consistently and push. And I was listening to this, I don't know, so The Last Dance from Michael Jordan. And one of Michael Jordan's coaches, his high school coach, was talking about him. And I thought this was so profound. Eric Thomas actually did a little bit of an interview about it, but I thought it was so profound that the coach said, Michael Jordan is the type of player that has an on and off switch. Is an on and off switch. He just never turned it off. At some point, he turned it on and just never turned it off. He had a consistent NOS boost. And he's always moving. He was always driven. He was always wild. He was always pushing to that next level without quit. And people are like, man, this guy's a madman. Like, how do you have that type of drive? I'll tell you, it doesn't come from motivation. Second example I'll give you. So, Rich, well, how do you know? Like, all right, so, okay, I hear you, Rich. How do you know motivation doesn't work? How do you know that Michael Jordan wasn't just steady motivated? Like, how do you know this? I said, okay. I remember the beginning of this year, as I'm recording this, we're at end of April 2020. I remember on December 31st, January 1st, how many memes, how many posts, how many messages, how many chats, how many calls, how many texts about this is going to be the best year ever. Oh, I'm going to get the body I want, that body I've been asking for. This year I'm going to have it. That book I've been saying I'm going to write, this year I'm going to write it. Oh, that relationship I'm going to have, this year I'm going to have it. That my jumping up in my career, this year I'm going to have it. Rich, this is going to be the best year of my life. Oh, I'm going to push, I'm going to drive, nothing's going to stop me. I'm going to go through the wall. Rich, this is my year. I said, okay, sure. And as we are speaking 4 months later on April 2020, I haven't seen none of it. I haven't seen none of it. Maybe once or two, maybe a few people that actually executed, but for the majority, I haven't seen execute. All the things that they were talking about they were going to do, they haven't done any of it. Why? Because it doesn't take motivation. See, external, when you see the clock on December 31st, that's an external motivation. Oh, it's a new year, new me. So I'm going to push. I'm at the gym the first January 2nd. I'm lifting weights. But on April, they're at home eating chips. Now I know what you're thinking. But Rich, there was this virus thing that hit us, man. What are we going to do? And I can only say there's always going to be something that's going to hit you. Always something's going to hit you. So if your motivation is depreciated from an external factor, you are never really truly motivated. If the external factor slowed you down, you will never truly motivated. That's why motivation doesn't work, because motivation can come and it can go. Through an external factor, you can drop your motivation. But when you're inspired, meaning in spirit, meaning it's a flow of energy coming from above to you as a vessel, you can't quit, you can't stop, because it's your life mission. Now, listen to Bob Proctor once, and he said, if people truly realize where the desires come from, they'll never quit. They'll never quit. Because like the alchemist says, when you truly want something, is because that desire resided in the soul of the universe. It is your mission on earth. And when you understand that it's a mission, it's not something that is, okay, I can have it, that's cool. If I don't have it, that's fine. No, it's a mission. It's a life or death situation. Like I approach my motivation, these lives, when I speak, when I write, this is my life. I put everything into this. Everything I have into this. Why? Because this is not a game for me. This is not an option. This is life. This is a life or death situation. Literally, there's a gun to my head. Not physically, but spiritually, there's a gun to my head. Because I feel in my heart of hearts that at some point of my soul's being, that I made a deal with my truest self to say, I'm going to come to this time-space reality, and I'm going to come to create something. And I'm going to come to inspire people. And I'm going to do it through my own life's mission. That's something that is not negotiable. It's non-negotiable. If you're doing something in your life that's negotiable, you're not truly motivated. It's not within you to do. But if it's inspired, if you wake up thinking about it, go to sleep thinking about it, throughout the day sleeping about it. I get on my wife's nerves. She's like, oh my God, more motivation? Like, I'm be talking, like we'll be working out, and I just start, yeah, you can do it. She's like, oh my God, shut up. But I can't help it. It's in me. It's in me. I have conversations with my students, and I give them advice. And they're like, wow, Rich, that's so insightful. Like, wow, you're wise, man. And I said, hey, I appreciate the compliment, but it's not I don't do it for the compliments. I do it because it's in me to do it. If I see somebody that I know I can help through the education, through the knowledge, I'm going to help them. I can't help it. It's in me to do. And that's not motivation. That's drive. And what is drive? Drive is inspired. What is inspired? In spirit. It's that energy that flows through you, that vision you cannot get out of your head, that this is your future. If you keep moving towards this, you will get this. I can't get that vision out of my head. And that moves me every single day. I hear you motivating yourself in the shower. Jazz says she hears me motivating myself in the shower. See, I'm obsessive. See, when you think about Michael Jordan, he was obsessive. All he thought about was competition. All he thought was domination. Kobe Bryant, all he thought about was basketball. Tiger Woods, all he thought was golf. It's in them. It's not something that they turn on and turn off. It's in them. I promise you, if you go to Tiger's house, he's probably like, in his house putting. Just for fun. Even though it's his career, he probably just putting just for fun. It's in him to do. And when something's in you to do, you don't need an external factor to motivate you to do it. It reminded me what Jim Rohn said. You need education. That's the problem. We need education. We need to understand. Not understand, but know, truly know what we are here for and what we are doing. Because when you know, that's when you can elevate. It's like what Jim Rohn told me. He said, you have to educate. Because you can't motivate somebody that's an idiot. Because all you end up is with a motivated idiot. And trust me, nobody wants motivated idiots. There's plenty of them. I'm pushing to nowhere. So what you want is education to understand the factors of you are a threefold being that you need to understand. You need to get motivated and inspired mentally, physically, and emotionally and spiritually. You are a multiple spectrum of one being. And so all needs to be touched. So some people, like, they read something, oh, I'm motivated, but you're motivated for an hour. Some people hear something, oh, I'm motivated, but you're motivated for an hour. But when it's in you, somebody said, why is J-Lo 50 years old and she's still on stages dancing? It's in her. She can't stop. It's impossible for her to stop. Celine Dion, why are you're rich. Why are you in Las Vegas singing every night? Because it's in her. There is no motivation for that. That's inspiration. I'm born to do this, so I do it. So the question is, what are you born to do? And instead of chasing things that you think, hey, it's going to get me somewhere, so I'm going to get motivated to get it, ask yourself the truest and greatest question you'll ever ask. What am I meant to do? What am I meant to do? And once you start pursuing that, you won't need motivation. Because like Stephen Jobs said, if it's too hard, that most people that are logical will quit. But if it's in you, it's your passion, it's your joy, it's your life, you'll never quit. Because you don't know how. I've quit every day. But I'm still up here doing it again. Why? Because I can't quit. It's impossible for me to. So find the thing that's impossible for you to quit. Find the thing that's impossible for you to let go. Find the thing that's impossible for you to just let flow in the wind. And once you have that, you don't need motivation. You have drive. You have mission. You have purpose. And once you find purpose, you'll find truest energy and motivation. Again, this is Rich Fontaine. Either you could, with Power of Self-Entertainment, either you could agree with me or not agree with me. Either way, I feel that this was a successful conversation. Please like, please share, please comment. I know if this touched you in any way, this will motivate you and inspire you to find your real mission. Don't chase the next shiny penny. I've done that, and it hurt me every time. Until I found my mission, I don't need motivation. And lastly, if you're free on Saturday, we're having our first Right to Grow Rich workshop. It will be free. We'll be going through how I write, how I publish, how I market, how I stay on writing schedules, how I could be able to write so many books in a short period of time, how my calendar works, how I'm mission-driven and purposeful in my writing, and how I niche, and that's how I can get clients and people to watch me, because I don't talk about 100 different things. I talk about one thing only, and I stay on task and on target. So if you are free this Saturday, we are having our free, only free, Right to Go Rich on Zoom call. So DM me so you could sign up, where I'll teach you a quick workshop. And this is for serious entrepreneurs, people that are serious about getting a book out there and published. Not the I'm motivated guys, all right? If you heard this from the beginning, not that you're motivated, that you're inspired and driven to create something bigger than yourself. This is it for you. Y'all better sign up before it's not free anymore. This won't be free for long, but since this whole thing's happening, we want to give back. So this Zoom call is for anyone that's truly driven to write a book, publish it, market, actually make money on Amazon, and create a career just using your book. This is a platform. This will actually get you through the doors. The only reason I met Les Brown was because I had a book. You know what I mean? Pat Bet David, all these things because I have a book. And all these things will happen for you. I got interviewed from a person that did a podcast in India. Why? Because I have a book. So for you, if you're serious, not motivated, but serious about your life, about your mission, about your goals, this is for you. Please DM me, and we'll get you on board. All right? I appreciate everyone taking your time to watch this. Either you can agree with me or not agree with me. Either way, I feel successful conversation. Love is love. Namaste.